Ready when you are, man.
Ready?
Yep.
Awesome.
This is a story about Jeremy Kickstand Hottinger. From the age of 10, this guy's been dedicating his life to riding his bike.
I fear for him, but I know that that's his dream. So he's got to live his dream or he's never going to be fulfilled in life.
Red Bull Rampage is the biggest freeride mountain bike event in the world right now. It's personally what I think mountain biking is and should be. Line selection is pretty much everything, being that it's kind of the whole point of the event. Each rider gets to build their own line, and that shows their creativity and how they interpret the land, and it shows their true style of what they want to do in mountain biking.
I don't know of anybody that spends more time on that terrain up there and just living the dream and loving it. He wouldn't even come down if he didn't have to eat.
Looking ahead to Rampage, it's what he's been focusing on for years. That's what he's considered and is the pinnacle of accomplishment, what he's riding for.
So have you got the goods?
The Josh Bender story about that guy. Well, basically, I was just a little kid hanging out at Zion Cycles, and this crazy guy Bender, he'd always hang out, and I figured out who he was after YouTube, on the pink bike, and he just started hanging out a little bit, just riding in the parking lot together, hanging out at the shop, and then, I ended up coming upon one of his old bikes. My dad got it for me for Christmas one year. Yeah, it's just cool piece of history, mountain bike history. If it wasn't for him, Kickstand wouldn't exist. I wouldn't have learned several things that are very important in the skill set we have. I wouldn't have learned how to crash proper if it wasn't for old Bendy. He's a pioneer, he's a legend. In my eyes, he's one of the best freeride mountain bikers in the whole world, and he will be till the day he dies. Yeah, so, a lot of influence in my life, is obviously my dad, Fred Pagels, he has done so much for me in recycling. He got me all of my bikes, my parts, everything. I wouldn't have any of that stuff without him, and Josh Bender has been a huge, inspiration for me for the riding side of things, like just seeing what he does, inspires me to this day. Watching those YouTube videos, they never get old, like so many new things that come out. I'm like, whatever, I want to go back to YouTube and watch Bendy, and just without those guys, my life would be totally different without my dad, and everybody that's involved with that, so I can't thank those three guys enough for everything they've done for me. My whole goal and main thing with my career is to get to that turning point for me, which is competing at the Rampage, and getting invited to that would be huge for me. It would be a good point for me to compete, kind of evaluate my career, my choices so far, and what I'm doing. My main thing is just to make it down the mountain, just have fun with it and do the tricks I like. Just send it, really.